We are well aware who, in their yearning for peace, that is, for the tranquility of order, band themselves into societies and parties, which they style parties of order. Hope and labor lost, for there is but one party of order capable of restoring peace in the midst of all this turmoil, and that is the party of God. It is this party, therefore, that we must advance, and it is to attract as many as possible if we are really urged by the love of peace. Wednesday, August 12th, coming at you from a beautiful afternoon in Middle Island, New York. My name is Christopher Colantuano. This is the Geowizdom podcast. Please like and subscribe if you find this channel edifying. Share if you will. Those were the words from Pope St. Pius X, first encyclical, E Supremi, on the restoration of all things in Christ. And a main thrust today and for this show has been the futility of speaking about the left or the right, the Democrat or the Republican, the socialist or the Zionist, for the right or to the left. And last week, podcaster and journalist Tucker Carlson, who probably is probably the biggest media personality in America this side of Donald Trump, laid out a manifesto, if you will, but just 10 basic ideas that would be necessary to restore the American Republic to its rightful place in the world. And I can't agree more that we do need a restoration, but there's only one flag at this point that we can go to war behind, and that is the banner of Christ. And the reason is the Romans knew Christians were always the best citizens because we know all authority comes from God. Therefore, whoever's duly elected, whether it's, a hanky election or it's a legitimate election, God allowed them to be in power, whether it's a king or some sort of tyrant. Again, God allowed that authority to be in power. So we're going to do our best within the system to see that the wishes of Christ are met. What are the wishes of Christ? He famously said, if you love me, you'll be obedient to me. What's obedient to Christ? Well, we remember the very rich man. He followed the 10 Commandments. And then Jesus said, sell what you have, come follow me, follow Christ. So to be like Christ, that's what he commands. So really 10 rules plus one, the golden rule, right? Which is do unto others as you would have others do unto you. That's 11 rules. And when we go back to the papal concept of duo sunt, which now we're going back 1,000 years, talking about the two swords, that you have a separation of church and state, if you will, because they are both essential to a well-ruled republic, kingdom, law of order of any sort. So when you have a country like we're living in now, where the state has primacy over all, that means the morality is suspect and really objectively poor, which is what we've seen. So it was never up to the state to actually be anything but the arbiter, right? The arbiter of the law, the enforcer of the law. But the lawgiver has always been in our civilization God. And our civilization, I will call Christian civilization. And this is important because if we're talking about Zionists or socialists or atheists, maybe the 10 Commandments are in there, but you don't have the golden rule. I mean, that is a Christian concept, and it is do unto others as you would have others do unto you. And it's very important. And as St. Paul famously said, these three things are the most important: faith, hope, and charity. And the most important is charity or love as we understand it. So this is what I would speak to Tucker Carlson and what he's trying to do. It's not working to constantly contradict yourself. Well, it's about Israel or this group of people or that group, the socialists. Well, it's not against that group. No. Anyone. And by the way, you could be a cradle Catholic, you could be a cradle Anglican. I don't care what your religion is. If you are not living out the words of Jesus Christ in your actions, you are acting as an enemy of Christ if you hold authority in this world. I'll say that again. If you hold authority in this world, no matter what you were baptized or how you were raised, if you don't have the basic essentials of in fulfilling your duties, sticking at least to the golden rule, sticking at least to the 10 commandments, you are ineffective in serving the people. The moral law was set up by God because it works. And you can't fight that without severe repercussions personally, materially, familially, governmentally. So whoever's running the government, they need to be right with God, or they're not going to be right with the land. We can go back to Julian the Apostate there. That was the Roman emperor who apostatized from the church and decided to try to build the third temple in Iran. And we know what happened to him. But you have to follow that to the conclusion. So that's fun to talk about. It's really easy to go after people that are committing a genocide, because if you don't, you've really been brainwashed. But you need to be charitable. You need to be loving. But there is no charity outside of truth. We're going to be talking about that next week. That was famously said in a 2009 encyclical from Pope Benedict XVI. Recently said in a podcast by Father Isaac Relia. Found it very inspiring. Find him very inspiring in general, so I highly recommend. He's a great listen. If you're fortunate enough to be able to attend Mass somewhere he is, I would go, and he'll inspire you. So again, to the Tucker Carlsons, to the talking heads, to the podcasters of the world, the only party that is going to get anything done is the party of God. And this isn't Christopher Colantuano. This is Pope St. Pius X in 1903 telling you this. Now, please like and subscribe to this channel. My name is Christopher Colantuano. This is the Geowizdom podcast. Have a great evening.